This is the Minecraft Construction Handbook, and inside there are some really nice builds, such as this wooden house with a really nice roof line, and this decorative garden. Okay, I think you get the point. The builds in this book are really ugly, like really ugly. But I want to change that, so today I'm renovating the wooden house. Yes, that wooden house. But in order to renovate it, I have to build it, so let's hop right into the time lapse. Now, as you'll soon see, this was very difficult to recreate. And why was it difficult to recreate? Because the handbook did not give the block lengths of the walls, so I was kind of just going blind. At one point I reset, and it was at that point that I looked up a tutorial to get the lengths correct. And a funny story, in the tutorial, the guy literally said that he had to look up a tutorial as well. So this is a really weird build. And not only is the tutorial hard to follow, it's also really ugly. Like, I used to read this book and think, wow, I wish I could build a house this pretty. But now looking back, I don't see what the appeal was. I mean, the roof line is so ugly, they don't even use upside down stairs. Probably because that wasn't a thing yet. And also the middle pillar is too wide, which is something that would never happen nowadays. Like, even if you're new to building, you would not have that. Okay, and we are done with the build. So before I renovate, I'm just gonna go over a couple of things that I think could be a lot better, honestly. So the first issue is definitely the roof line. Now, I know this was before upside down stairs were even added into the game, but now that it's 2023, I think that we should definitely fix the roof line. I know that they couldn't have done it then, but it's definitely a needed improvement. The next thing we have is the too wide pillar in the middle. For some reason, they made the house an even number of blocks, probably so that the roof could meet in the middle, but in doing so, they kind of ruined the entire house. The middle pillar is too wide and it is really annoying. So the first thing I'm going to do is definitely going to make all the sides even so that I can do that. And then the last one, which is not really that bad, but a little bit, is that the pillars of the walkway are stone and the walkway itself is oak wood. And I personally think that you should just stick with one. You can either go stone or wood. And I'm going to go the wood route. But without further ado, I guess we should just go straight into the final time lapse. The first thing I did for the new house was fix the old house's frame and renovate it to make it so that they each had a middle point. And then I started building the frame. And then the walkway, which I switched out the pillars to be oak logs. And then I started placing the frame. And for this floor, I'm going to fill it with spruce, and then the second one, I'm going to fill it with oak, so that it gets the illusion of, like, going higher. I don't really know how that gives that illusion, but I guess it does. And then I'm building plant boxes, just to add a little bit of color. Now the top part of the roof I filled in with this like white gradient of blocks. Not really a gradient, but it contains calcite, diorite, and polished diorite. And the roof has a black stone frame with spruce in between. You want to have a different color frame than the filling because then it makes it look like a lot more different. Here I'm adding 2 dormer windows. I built this one a little too low and had to move it up a little. Now we're moving to the back and I'm starting to build the pool, which is for some reason in the handbook. The pool design is pretty basic. I'm just digging into the ground, really. Oh, and if you liked the video so far, please be sure to like and subscribe. It's free and it helps out a ton. Now I'm expanding the platform for the pool. Here I'm building one of those ladders to get out, and now it's time to start filling the pool. And now of course I have to build diving boards. I made one taller and one shorter, just like in real life. I also tried a ton of different rails, but none of them turned out too well. And then I just finished off the garden with a couple of finishing touches. And now finally, let's get a nice little before and after. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Goodbye.